The newly appointed Chief Executive Serame Taukobong joins me now to talk more about these developments. Many thanks for your time this evening. So talk us through the fact that now you have been announced as the new Chief Executive. What happens now? Will it be a period of shadowing, getting some transfer of all the things that Sipho was busy with so that it's a smooth transition when you eventually take the wheels?
Good evening to you and good evening to your viewers. Absolutely, it's a very well-planned transition. So the first step, of course, is to find a successor for myself to run the consumer business. That process will take between now and, of course, October when I take over as designated CEO. I think the key thing for the transition is, as you've said, Sipho has been in the helm for almost 9 years, and the transition period allows between him and I to make sure that the company runs on smoothly and to tap into the vast knowledge of what he's gathered for the past 9 years.
Right, and as Chief Executive, you've worked in the consumer space for quite some time, so you have seen the significant growth that Telkom has gone through and becoming the third largest mobile network operator. What are your plans for the business going forward?
I think the key thing is the plans that we have, we keep on executing, but tap into the learnings that we got from growing the mobile business so quickly. And I think there's big opportunities for us in aligning with our other business units to see, through segmentation, through better alignment, through bigger focus on execution, how can we replicate the same magic, what we call the monadic, that's been created in Telkom Consumer. Not to say that other businesses aren't doing well, but it's really say how do we tap into the bigger strength and the bigger kind of combination of what Telkom has to make it a more formidable entity as a group.
Right. Now, obviously, when a transition happens, not everybody is at ease with it. Some people are very uncomfortable with change and development and growth. To those investors who are looking at this development that's happened, a little bit skeptic, knowing what Sipho Maseko has been able to do over the last 8 years or so, what is it that you would say in terms of Telkom's strategy and taking that forward that would alleviate any concerns or fears that they may have?
Well, I think that's the bigger part of the transition. One, the fact that, fortunately or not fortunately, according to our plan, the appointment for Sipho's replacement has been an internal candidate. So I think that definitely rested shareholders' fears. And secondly, that is not just a rapid handover, that business continuity will carry on to a point where we can actually start, executing and taking to the next level to the plans that have been executed with Sipho and the group executive committee as such.
Right. Now, I mean, it's a huge task. The operating environment is a tough one. It's a saturated one. What would you say are some of the growth areas to focus on for Telkom as you look for continued growth?
Absolutely. I think if you look at our mobile business, the key opportunity is to really build up on what we've done in building a stronger data proposition by going into a more platform business, providing consumers with more than just simple elements like entertainment and music, by going to financial services and payments and insurance, things which we started launching already. So that's a key factor there. If you look at our open service business, the big demand for data, especially for fiber, is beginning to yield results quite significantly, and that's to continue the momentum on there. If you look at our towers business, it's really gearing itself up, definitely for 5G, because there'll be big needs, especially for, close coverage towers, which is key. That's what Jara is doing. And in BCX, it's about, as the market recovers, how do we make sure that we entrench BCX strongly as a leader in ICT?
Right, another contentious topic that is within the telecommunications space right now is the issuing of spectrum and the issues around that. Where are we when it comes to Telkom's involvement in these issues and really just what you would like to see for the industry in terms of a fair playing ground for all operators within it?
I think I'll start with the last statement. That is a key thing for us to say, how do we find a fair playing card? And I think we've come a long way in having collaborations and discussions with the parties concerned. Key for us in actually playing up leveling up the playing field is access to the critical sub-1 gig spectrum. Right now, we have been extended temporary usage of it, and it's to say what plans can do to make sure that as that digital migration happens, that operators like Telkom get access to that.
Thank you very much. That is Telkom's newly appointed Group CEO, Serame Taukobong, just giving us a sense of the direction that he's hoping to take the company in when he takes over next year.